To be able to realize that vision and mission, the President has had to begin to appoint ministers as provincial ministers with a very big mandate to go and begin to open up these provinces, especially rural provinces, to investment for economic growth, for economic development. So, this investment in these rural areas is meant to promote industrialization, value addition at those levels for job creation, to be able to attract the many young people who are trapped in cities and towns like Lusaka to begin to head into the various provinces and districts and constituencies to look for jobs, because those places must become attractive. Therefore, I'm here to report that I have been given a mandate by His Excellency, like the rest of our fellow provincial ministers, to be touch bearers of this new vision of taking power away from Lusaka to the various provinces, districts, and constituencies. That is the mission His Excellency has sent to us, for us, and he made it very clear when he was addressing the appointees to say his administration wants to take money and power from Lusaka to the various provinces and districts and constituencies in order to allow local generated solutions to local challenges, by allowing local people be able to decide their developmental priorities, and attendant to that should be a budget reasonably adequate to begin to deal with those challenges identified on a priority list in a more meaningful way. This job, therefore, is a very, very big task and assignment for us who have been given this privilege to go as torchbearers. The President has sent us as provincial ministers to go and begin to attract young people away from these towns where many of them are trapped without jobs. So that is our duty. It is a wide-ranging mandate. It is to pursue the agenda of the nation, to begin to genuinely devolve power from the center to the people, and also be able to materialize decentralization that the nation has been yearning for a very long time. His Excellency the President of the Republic of Zambia, Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, is fully aware and cognizant of the meaning of the vote for change for 2021, and the majority of that vote came from the young people who are looking for jobs. Those jobs cannot be created here in Lusaka, where land has been taken, where industries have been that are operational, have already employed. It is the vision of the President to go and begin to utilize land in the various provinces that is lying idle, to set up industries, to set up value addition yards, to create jobs, to attract young people. Don't you find it sad that when young people graduate from institutions of learning, and then you say you are posted to Snazong as a teacher or as a nurse, you are posted to Sioma, you are posted to Kaputa. It is a gloomy day for such a young person, because these places have been left neglected. Everyone wants to come to Lusaka. Lusaka is not Zambia. Zambia is big. We look forward as provincial ministers to turn our provincial headquarters into cities. And with the tone His Excellency has set, and the way we know him, he will keep his word. So, our call is to the people of Zambia to continue to maintain a checklist to see whether what His Excellency promised during the campaigns he is fulfilling. And so, this far, President has delivered an inclusive and genuinely representative cabinet, ministers, that represents the entire nation, all the corners, 10 provinces of this country. Number one. He has scored on that. Number two, the President has scored on ending hostile takeovers of markets and bus stops, because that was one of the election campaigns. So, two. Number three, the President has scored on ending political violence in this country. And I'm not about to begin to talk about our colleagues in the Patriotic Front, but I shudder to think if Patriotic Front had won this election, I don't know how many people now would have been counting, who would have been maimed and are in hospital, who would have been killed in cold blood, or for belonging to the UPND. No one is afraid of being in Zambia today because peace is reigning supreme. So 3 promises kept this far. 4th promise kept. The President during campaigns told the nation, we shall end political cadreism. This far, there is no ministry that has seen any UPND cadres go and storm a ministry and begin to demand anything or accuse certain individuals of belonging to the Patriotic Front, opposition PF. Nothing. 4 promises kept. The President promised end to tribal and hate speech. This far, we are not aware of anybody who has suffered abuse of hate or tribal, statements arising from the fact that the UPND and UPND alliance has won. I shudder to think what should have been the case if the Patriotic Front, who anchored their campaigns on the regional, tribal, and hate and divisive campaign, what would have been the situation? So, all these are successes that we must begin to record